Okay, what's up everyone? I'm Daddy Warbucks, and today we are continuing our playthrough of the Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Gizmo Storm is the DM for this game, so I'm gonna give control back to him so that he can do the recap. Alright, Giz, go ahead.
Alright. When we last left our group, they were in the caravan traveling to Waterdeep. Currently, they have made it to Daggerford, where they will be stopping for the night before the caravan continues. Roughly 7 days of travel remain. While in Daggerford, you guys notice a few things. A few new faces added to the caravan. A couple new wagons you've picked up. Do you guys plan on doing anything in Daggerford, or are you guys ready to head out?
Have any of the wagons left the train?
No, they haven't.
Does anyone need to procure something from town?
I don't need to. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think I managed to get what I needed.
Yes, I also agree. There's not much gold left, and I can't think of any supplies that we are in the need for. So maybe we'll just stick with the caravan.
Agreed.
Alright. While you guys are caravans getting ready to head back out after a full night's rest, you notice that there's a gnome walking around talking with everyone, and she's basically saying hi and asking about like how the trip was. Just random
Hey, Kilter.
small talk like that. Eventually she does make it over to you guys and ask like how was the trip?
Hi, well, it's been pretty good so far. I mean, the normal stuff on the road and hassles and, attacks by giant spiders and things like that. But that's just enough to keep it interesting. Are you joining us for this leg?
Yes, I want to get to Waterdeep, and the caravan's going in the right direction.
We sure are. Do you have a wagon of cargo or whatever, like most of these folks do, or are you just joining us alongside?
No, I bought passage on one of the other wagons.
Oh, that's fun. Which one?
She points over to a nondescript average wagon that's joining the caravan.
Oh, excellent. I'm on this one here, and I point over to the one. I don't actually know what cargo he's carrying because he's very secretive about it. But it's good enough anyway, and we haven't had any trouble with the specific caravans, I don't think. Or the specific wagons, I mean. I mean, generally, folks are fairly friendly, and there's, good talk around. Some people are kind of reserved, and that's fine. Not everybody likes to chat. Those folks over there, point at the cultists, they're very keep to themselves. But other than that, it's a pretty good group.
Well, yes, everyone has their secrets. Some people like to talk and others don't. So, what do you do on the caravan?
I'm a guard. I'm one of the ones that keeps an eye out for troublesome things, and when there are troublesome things, I go and help deal with it.
She then points off in the same direction you did, and, well, what about them? They don't, talk, so maybe they're trouble and you just don't know it yet.
Well, that could be true. I've more been looking for, threats to the caravan, like wandering monsters and bandits and stuff like that. But if those guys looked like they were going to interfere with the rest of the caravan, yeah, well, there's more of them than me, but I'd work on trying to take care of them too. Of course, if you were going to sabotage things, I'd try to take care of you too. But I'm sure you would never do that.
No, I'm just curious as to everything, and I'm just one of these that wants to know everything.
What fun! Me too. I like learning things. And so many people know so many different things. Like you, I'm sure you know something interesting. What do you normally do?
Besides bother us.
Well, that's what I do. I ask people questions and just to see what they know and what they're doing, and after all, when they answer, I learn that much more.
That is really cool. You must know a lot then. I shall have to ask you lots of questions.
Yes, but the question you ask, do you really want to know the answer to? Most people don't take that into consideration when they ask a question. They might ask a question and not even want to know what the answer is.
You are right about that. I hadn't really thought of that.
See, that is your problem with you big folk. You don't think.
Well, yeah. Thinking some might be overrated, though.
Thinking is overrated? Did I hear that
Might.
correctly?
I said might.
Well,
So
I'm going to go back to my wagon, and I mean, we've got like 7 or 8 days of travel, so I can talk to you some more later and find out what kind of stuff you know and see what more stuff I can learn.
Please don't.
Before you go, let me ask one thing. What's your name?
Oh, how rude of me. My name is Genma Gleamsilver.
And my name is Asifa.
Well,
It has been very nice to meet
a
you.
pleasure to meet you, Asifa.
Holy.
I'm sure you have wonderful stories to tell that I can glean all kinds of info from. And then Gemna turns around and walks back towards the wagon that she pointed out that she'd bought passage on. The only other person you notice that's not with the wagon right off the bat is a human male with a hood pulled up. And it looks like he's actually talking to the cultists to see if he can buy passage with them.
Now that's interesting.
Very.
What does the man look like?
Human, cloak with a hood over it. His head's covered under a cloak.
I meant, like, what was he wearing besides the cloak? Like,
Ooh, can you see through clothing?
no, I meant
What? And Rano goes to cover himself.
no, I can't.
Why would you do this to me?
I can't.
Avert your gaze, boy.
I can't see through clothing.
Oh,
What kind of shoes is the man wearing?
What?
Looks like standard traveling shoes.
Okay. Does it look like he's going to be successful getting passage?
See anything else about him? I need you to roll a perception check. Actually, everyone that's staring at the guy trying to see stuff needs a perception check.
I think I'm still covering
not
myself from
perceptive today.
extra vision. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's about right.
That's okay. I'm distracted too.
Alright, this message is for Crow and Crow only. You notice what looks like a red Wizard of Baytat tattoo on his forehead under the hood. Everyone else does not see that.
Tell the party.
Okay.
Tell the party.
Crow will kind of smile inwardly, struggling to contain himself. He's been acting relatively normal for quite a long time, and it's starting to get to him. So he's gonna before everybody leaves, head over to the local tavern and attempt to buy some ale to take with him on the road.
What?
Just for the moment.
Does it look like he's being successful in getting passage with the cultists?
As far as you can tell,
I like that.
what a perception.
The DM is going to give you and you
it looks
alone
like
this
they're
important
getting
piece of
along fine,
information.
and money
No,
is
fuck
being
that. I'm not going to
changed
tell anybody.
hands.
We'll find a beer.
Very interesting.
As you're walking towards the tavern, one of the teamsters notices you going in that direction, and Bade hollers out, "Boy, come here! Why go to the tavern when I've got all the ale and beer you'll need for this trip?"
Crow will smile and say, "What are your prices?"
Usually lower than the taverns themselves.
Oh,
I've been selling beer and ale to everyone on this whole trip. I have the beer, I got the ale. If you got coin, I can give you some.
okay. How much for a barrel?
He looks you up and down, and a barrel? Do you know that would knock you on your ass and you would miss the rest of the caravan?
Well, I'm
There's
not
no
going to
reason.
drink it all at once.
Time. You know you love. You know you can't.
Why
live
buy
without
it all at once if you
Maybe
don't
it'll
plan
be
on drinking
something
it all at
useful
once?
Or cursed.
I just shrug. So,
Well, my prices are about 75% cheaper than the bar and tavern. Yes, I'm stalling so I can actually look up the price.
okay. Well, I looked up how much 40 gallons of ale and an empty barrel cost, and it adds up to 10 gold.
Alright, 1 barrel of ale will be 5 gold. Do you have a wagon to carry it on?
It's only about 70 pounds. Maybe if I get a bit of rope, I can strap it to my back.
Now there's a true drinker. You gonna need like some type of like tubing so you can like just drink while you're walking along?
No, just a tap and a mug.
All right, for a barrel, the mug.
I'm gonna redo that because that is an empty barrel and not a barrel with 40 gallons of ale. It would weigh considerably more than that. So instead, I'm gonna buy several water skins full. Let's see. Each water skin can hold 4, half a gallon. So 2 water skins per gallon. I'll buy like 1 gold's worth. So 4 gallons, so 8 water skins.
Was that the guy from Finrun's wagon?
Yes, it is.
That'll add up to about just over 1 gold, like 1 gold, 4 silver.
All right. Well, 2 gold. It's all yours.
Wait, 2 gold?
Did you already cut the price in half?
No. Because it's 2 silver per gallon, so 8 silver for the 4 gallons, and then buying the water skin separate would be like 1.4 gold.
All right. The whole thing is 5 silver.
You, sir, are a good man, and if I run out, I'll be sure to come see you.
I've been here with the caravan the whole time. Even ask your friend that came the same time that you did.
Oh, sure. I've seen you around. I've just kind of abstained a little bit, but I feel like I've earned a drink.
Finrun, you about ready to go? The caravan's gonna be moving soon.
Right behind you.
That's a good man. All right, and the caravan is getting set up and ready to leave unless anyone has any last-second things they need to take care of. All right, I take the silence and the crickets chirping as a no, so the caravan is going to head out.
The hell is this? Conversion the game?
The first night is basically uneventful. You've noticed a few stairs coming from the cultists,
Gold pieces.
but nothing major.
What sort of stairs and to whom?
It's Ranzagash.
You know the double take you do when you think you recognize someone as they walk past? It's that type of look directed right at you and right at Rano.
Okay.
Nat 20 for Karis. Alright, Valkarak. Bam. Wait. What did you just say?
The cultists are doing me.
Cultists are doing me. Okay. That answers nothing.
I thought they already were with me. I didn't know about you.
I just shrug. I don't care what they do. Manual of Bodily Health.
All right. Once Crow's sort of bought his ale and we're heading out on the road a little bit, Crow's going to head over towards Lou. Oh, Lou's not. Yeah, never mind. He's going to head over to Ron. Oh, you are that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Going to head over to Lou.
Hey, girl.
Hello. So, you see that guy over there? And I point out the man that was identified to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think everyone that's here is a sub already.
So you know bits about magic. Do you know much about the Red Wizards? Like the Red Wizards of Fate?
Leave it to fate.
Do I know anything about the Wizard of?
Yeah. I mean,
No, I'm asking Giz.
Oh, that's going to require a roll. I just don't remember which one it is.
Fiddler's Green. Welcome to the family. Thank you, Valkarak, for the sub gift.
Maybe,
Appreciate
like,
that.
History or Arcana.
Is it?
let's go with history.
And PB&J,
But
hello to
no,
you
I
too.
can't say I've heard of them.
You have heard of them. Everybody's heard of them. It's
Don't
just
know anything about them.
don't know anything
Angus
about
is
them.
doing well. She is
Well,
sleeping
the
through
only
the
thing I
night.
remember about
Lol.
them is the fact
Thank
that
you for the
they're,
resub, Kilt.
they're
Appreciate you.
wizards, and they're often not very nice people, but they're pretty strong. I
Mm.
find it odd. That guy over there, he has the markings that a lot of them tend to have, like tattooed on his head.
Oh, is that odd?
What?
I think the Thayans would be involved in cult activity. That seems exactly the kind of thing they would do.
They tend to not play very well with others, though. I find it strange that they'd be working with the cult. Like as an organization, they usually keep to their own and just use other people as pawns. So if they're involved,
You think that, human.
these-
But remember, I have
Negative.
lived many years. I have seen them do this before.
excellent point.
Yeah, just, I don't know. It seems. Just be cautious of them.
Yes, I would be very cautious. But I
Also,
thought
I saw
it. Sorry.
No, you go on.
I just thought it'd be wise to have him pointed out, lest we, end up surprised later on by the appearance of what could potentially be a very powerful spellcaster.
Yeah. Also, I saw you bringing a keg around. What's all that for?
Well, he kind of moves like a little sort of cloak that he's got, and you see like 8 water skins just hanging from his back. It's like, felt like a drink.
A whole keg. Jesus.
It doesn't seem to me that he's purchased enough.
Just a little bit on the road, just to look between you and me, keeping up this charade. Well, it's very difficult for the hero, but he must power through. Yeah, Crow will hand over one of the water skins.
Ron will take a big, deep drink. And then he sours his face. Ugh. You humans make your ale. It's little more than juice. Bits of berry fermented in water. One day, Rano will show you how the Furbolgs make ale. The richest mead you will ever encounter. Deep and thick like honey.
Sounds delicious. I look forward to trying it sometime.
He just nods at you. Yes.
Well, anyway, I guess
Alright, man.
let's get back
Thanks
to
for
it. I'll
popping in. You go enjoy your
and
game.
let the others know. After leaving Rono and Lou, Crow will head up towards. I think. Who's going to be closest next? Like, if I'm moving in one direction of the caravan, so I think you specified that Rono and Lou were towards the back.
No, we were towards the front. East was towards the back.
Oh, okay. So I'll
Finron's kind of in the.
Yeah, it'd be Finron and Roland, that are sort of in the middle. So I guess I'll head towards them.
I know we're getting ready to leave. Is the caravan leaving?
Not yet. It wasn't. I said last call, and no one said that they need to do anything.
Yeah, but now
Okay.
something has occurred to me. I'm just gonna run real quick. Find me a sundry, because I need to buy a barrel or a keg, even if it's just like a half size, something that I would be able to throw in my pack and carry. And then I'm gonna look for a produce vendor, a farmer. I need oranges. Lots of oranges. And honey. And then finding all those things, I'm going to run back and I'm going to give Crow a little wink. I'll throw the ingredients here in this barrel the next time we camp. Then, in about a month or so, we'll have some of the finest mead you've ever drank.
You see Crow go a little bit wide-eyed and a look of excitement and surprise on his face, almost comically so. It seems his mask has slipped a little bit and he reverted kind of to his old ways before you see the mask once again fall into place, and he strides off looking for the others.
Alright, next person you come across is Roland.
Okay, so going to find Roland, I say, hey, I should probably get other people together rather than doing this one by one. It'd be a lot faster. Come with me to find
Spartan
Garrison
Bear.
And Finrod.
1347.
Yep, sure, no problem. And so Roland goes with Crow to link up this.
Are they easy to get hold of, considering we haven't left yet?
Is the next two wagons back. You can see Osfa at the one, and you can see Finron next to the guy you bought the ale from.
Okay, cool. So I'll head back. Ask Asifa to come meet with us a second and kind of wave Finrod over.
Yeah, sure. Just a second. Let me finish strapping this down. Okay,
And
yeah, what's up?
Finron joins them.
Okay, so I've just spoken to Lou and Rono. Figured everybody should know. I don't know whether you noticed yet, but that man over there, and I kind of point him out again, just very subtly. I don't even point him out. I just kind of motion towards the wagon, just kind of with a bit of a head nod.
The new guy?
Yeah, he has the tattoos of a red wizard.
What's a red wizard?
An organization of some
I
not very
probably know.
friendly. Yeah, you
Yes,
might.
you know what the Red Wizards that they are.
Yes.
Cool. As a player, I don't really, except for what's been said here so far.
What? They, evil bunch. Necromancers. Power hungry like none others.
Okay.
I hear that they were responsible for a recent series of cataclysms in the city of Molemaster, far to the east directions, in drinking. But it matters not.
What I find interesting is he's riding along with our friends.
That's right. Reno says that sometimes they do work with other groups.
What happened
that are
to
also
Rano?
up to some
He got sexy. That's what
nefarious and
happened.
shady dealings. If a red wizard's
You
lending,
don't like new Rano?
lending his
Actually,
hand,
old Rano?
it could mean trouble. They're not necessarily to be trifled with. Any further progression should be done with due caution.
And it also means something's changing over there.
Yeah, no, I have it.
They've just been going along keeping to themselves, and now they've got a new.
Doesn't happen instantly. You need
That
to
is a
wait.
little odd, isn't it?
Yep.
So maybe just something to keep an eye on. But yeah, just if
He
you
went from
haven't
Daddy
noticed
Rano to
already,
Granddaddy. It's never been a
it
secret of
becomes
how
bit a
old he was.
surprise.
He said many times, I am much, much
Very
older
difficult
than
to
all
know.
of you. He's been traveling for centuries.
Darn, I wish we'd done a little bit more magic probing before. I mean, now that they've got the wizard there.
What kind of trouble? You hear a little voice from behind you guys.
It's you again.
Yes, I saw you guys all gathering, so I thought we were discussing information and stuff. I just came to see what you guys are doing.
Crow will kind of turn,
Who
sit
is
down
it?
on the ground, and look her in the eye.
It's the girl you were talking to, like, 20 minutes ago.
Oh, Jenna or whatever her name is. Okay.
He'll just kind of spin into like a cross-legged seat, like looking her in the eye. Says, "And who, pray tell, are you?"
Well, I'm Jamna Gleam Silver. Like I told your big friend over there.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was talking to that one too, but he's kind of like rude, I think.
And
He's just grumpy.
you know,
Grumpy, that's a good name for him.
Do not
at
call
the
me
risk
this.
at the risk of also sounding rude,
That
might I
reminds
ask,
me.
what makes you think that you were part of this discussion?
Because she,
Well, I saw you waving and signaling to come over here. I didn't know if you were signaling the big one there or if you were signaling me, so I figured I'd come over and see what was going on.
we're very
Uh,
curious.
Crow's going to go ahead and roll an insight.
And while he's doing that, we're very curious because remember I told you those folks were really standoffish and keep to themselves? And yet,
Yes,
they got,
Yeah, I'm surprised.
well, but they
Did I
are,
not show you
they-
the new art?
I just find that very curious.
Why, yes, that is peculiar. Why would the standoffish people take on new passengers?
Exactly.
Maybe the new passenger paid them a lot of gold. You know, some big folk just
Wow.
like their gold.
Yeah, but they haven't been very receptive to that sort of thing earlier because we've been they've been, haven't they, since I forgot where we started. Baldur's Gate. Yeah, they've been with this caravan since Baldur's Gate, haven't they? And kind of frowning, looking at some of the others. It's been like almost a couple of months. Well, month and a half maybe.
Oh my word! You've been traveling with them for like a month and a half and know nothing about them?
I know, right?
Well, we know very little about a lot of the other caravans as well. It's not so unusual.
I feel like she's judging us.
Of course she's judging us. She thinks we're dumb or stupid or something.
Well, or just not very chatty.
But why would you be in a caravan and not chat with the people you're with? I mean, how else do you learn new information?
We tried.
Well, and you, I can tell already, you are exceptionally gifted at that. And some of these other folks, I mean, I have very little gift in that, but some of these have none at all.
Why do you look at me when you say this?
Because I'm
you-
very fond of you, Rano.
Because you yell at people and maybe hit them with that.
I do not yell at anyone.
And Asifa sort of looks and nods meaningfully at Jenna. Or what did you say her name was? Because you corrected me, but I
Jenna?
didn't catch the correction. Jenma?
Like jam.
Jamna. Oh, Jamna. I had the vowel wrong. Okay, thank you. Sort of you see what I mean?
Well, let's just say that for future reference, if you see me speaking to or signaling any of these people here, assume that I'm not talking to you.
Yes.
No offense, but I don't know anything about you. I don't know who you are, and if I have a conversation with my friends, I'd like the conversation to be with my friends and not with randomers who decide to walk up and join in. At the risk of sounding rude. No offense, of course.
No offense taken, but the question is, how can you make new friends if you don't talk to new people?
Who says I'm trying to make new friends? I have great friends right here.
Everybody can always use another friend.
Well, and this is kind of how we became friends, was talking during a caravan.
I didn't
I don't
even
know
want
if we
you
were really
guys.
great friends. Oh, that's
Well,
real,
there's that.
real love. Wow, that's hurtful.
Did you forget, boy? We came together because we have a mutual interest, a job to complete.
Well, yes, and speaking of which, my wagon owner, looking back over at my wagon, is probably wanting me to get back to that. So I'll catch you guys later. I got to finish help getting this wagon going.
All right. Okay, big guy. Mr. Grumpy, you said that you have a common goal. What kind of goal? What kind of
Gosh.
mission?
Shut
Getting
up.
to Waterford.
Why should I tell you?
Like you said, he's grumpy. He's not gonna want to talk to you.
I can speak for myself, boy. Why are you so interested in our goals? I'm gonna look at her real close with my good eye.
And she stares up at you, and maybe your goal's going to require information, and you're going to need somebody that's not grumpy to get that information.
Maybe, but, maybe not.
Yes. In the past, I was able to complete assignments that required obtaining information through a very simple method that I've began to call the Rano formula. Would you like to learn about my formula?
Where he hits you with a mace until you tell him.
Your formula involves killing everyone in sight and hoping you can find the information amongst whatever possessions the now dead bodies have on them.
No, of course not. That would be ridiculous. My formula involves taking the person and then hurting them repeatedly until they tell you what you want. It's quite effective.
Yes. They've been using that tactic for decades and years. I mean, you sound like you're trying to start your own thieves guild, and you're the mercenary brunt of it.
What? We're not starting any sort of guild.
Well, if his actions are copying what enforcers use, that's what it looks like.
And enforcers, government, police.
I have worked with the Thieves Guild in Waterdeep for a time. I've traveled many years, so maybe that is what she means.
To me, it just sounds like you're just trying to bully your way through every scenario. You realize that bullying your way through every scenario is not always gonna work.
Well then, I will give you an opportunity to prove me wrong. Maybe you go talk to them, and I point to the cultist wagon, and then tell us what you discover. And if you are able to give us reliable information that we had not already known, then I will concede that maybe your way is better.
Well, what kind of information do you need from them that you don't already know?
Well, no, that's the
Their
tricky
intentions.
part, isn't it?
Call the brute. That's right. I'm the brute.
Obviously, they're in the caravan. Their intentions are to go to Waterdeep. I mean, what else do you need to know?
Just get any dirt that you couldn't find out by bullying your way through the scenario, as you had said earlier.
I also hasten to point out that you acted sort of judgingly towards us, saying that we didn't really know anything about them. And now you're saying, what else do we need to know about them other than the fact that they're going to Waterdeep? Your comments are kind of at odds.
Very suspicious. Maybe we should apply the Rano formula to this Jamna.
Well, how am I supposed to get information you don't have if I don't know what you already know? And judging on your formula, I'm saying that's probably not a lot of information you.
So if you come back with a lot of information, it sounds like you'll probably hit the nail on the head, right?
I stand up, right, and I'm going to kind of lay my hand on my weapon that's kind of in my belt and just stand there staring at her. Why don't you be more honest? You seem to be very invested in our purpose here. Maybe if you were more forthcoming, we could do without all the formalities and the assumptions, and we can share information openly.
Well, how can we share information openly when it appears with your hand on your weapon, all you want to do is bully your way through?
How we do things is our business, little man. Why don't you just leave us to it and scram?
Little man? Oh my goodness. I thought elves had better vision than that. I am clearly a female gnome. No wonder you guys don't have information. Even your elf is blind. Then she turns around and walks back to her wagon.
Hey! Wait! Not done with you!
Other than to try and bully me and force me to do what you want, with your weapons, obviously, because I see your hand on it.
I am old. This is where I am resting myself. Now why are you acting so suspicious?
All you're doing is threatening me to get information that apparently you need.
We never said that we needed information.
No, you did.
And you're telling me you're female? I'd never have guessed just by looking at you.
Ooh.
Have you, never seen a gnome before?
I'm insulting you, lunkhead.
We've seen quite a few gnomes around, as a matter of fact.
I'll ask you one more time before we part ways. Why are you really so invested in our purpose here?
I sort of nudge Rano in the ribs and say, "Oh, come now, she's probably just a spy."
A spy? Oh my goodness. I just like information. The more you know, the better. And here you accuse me of being a spy. And she walks back to the wagon that she's going to be riding on.
Good, she was starting to get under my skin.
So how close are we to getting underway?
As soon as you guys are all back in your wagons, we can start.
To the wagons!
Roland heads back to his.
Crow will just follow along.
So as we get started, And we've been on the road now, what, a month and a half or whatever. And I mean, Asif has been talking with various people in the caravan, and I'm hoping that she should have a pretty good idea of who the mischief makers are in the caravan. What have I observed about that? What have I learned and what do I know about that?
That most mischief makers are caught right away and severely
Oh yes,
punished.
Haltone. Oh yes.
Roughly how often has that occurred in our trip? And were they always caught by the same person or people, or is that just the general mood of the caravan?
It is the general mood of the caravan, and usually if there is mischief or pranks being played, somebody will have seen it and they tell everyone else, and the person that caused the prank or mischief is caught right away. Punishments range from everything from being kicked out of the caravan to straight up being whipped and demoted in whatever
I guess
position
it's up to
they
you,
held.
right? What are you in the mood for? What tickles your fancy?
Okay. And so we've only discovered have I noticed any more subtle, maybe not mischief makers, but people being sly or anything like that?
All the ones that have tried to be sly have been caught, and if they weren't caught, they were so sly that nobody noticed.
So not even Asifa. Okay.
Flying quippers? Not with a wander. That would have to be an Omni to make quippers fly. Oh god, that'd be brutal though.
And what's everyone else doing on the trip? Which, so far, other than your conversation with Jamna, seems completely boring and mundane.
I'm going to hand out oranges to everybody. Here, enjoy this. It's a treat from me. But do not throw away the rind. I will need you to return that to me.
That sounds interesting. What do you do with orange rinds?
I need them for a very particular magical ritual.
Are you going to make them into sweets?
No, not sweets. Just shut up and eat this. And I throw him the orange.
Sure. Krill catch it and eat the orange.
Thanks for the orange.
So Roland's going to take his dagger out and peel the orange to try and get the rind back to Rano as quickly as possible.
So the first time we stop for the caravan stops for a rest, I'll seek out Jamna.
Okay. The caravan stops for the first night, and Jamna is easy to find. She's the one trying to talk to everybody. You've even seen her try and talk to the cultists, but with no luck in that regard.
No.
Whatever their conversation was, it usually led with her walking away in a haste.
Be right back, need water.
Hi, Jamna. How are you this evening?
I'm doing fine, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty well. You settling in okay?
It's a caravan. There's no real bed, so I'm settling in as well as can be expected.
Well, there's that. There's that. I envy you I've watched you today. You've had the freedom to go and chat with anybody and everybody. I usually have chores and things I have to do and watch I have to keep and all of that. Sometime I think instead of being a guard, I want to maybe if I save up some money, I'll just travel with a caravan and chat with people. That must be so interesting.
Oh yes, it's extremely fun. I used to have a friend that I traveled with, but he was supposed to meet me in Waterford,
Went
or
for
Daggerford,
water,
but he
found
never
pizza
showed up.
instead.
Really? Is that typical of him?
No, he usually at least gets me a message if he ain't gonna be there.
Are you concerned about it?
Well, a little bit, but he is an adult human, so I mean, he should be able to take care of himself.
Hmm. Yeah. I've had times when, I was traveling with folks and then they sort of wandered off but I'd have mostly met up with them again later, which has been kind of nice. I guess the caravanning world's kind of a small world. I think we keep as even though we spread out all over, we still keep running into each other.
Well, yeah, that's what I figured. I figured that I'll just keep traveling, and eventually I will run into Carlon Amoffel again.
Oh, who was that again? Carlon. Giz? Did you cut out or did I?
No, it's not you. I can hear you. It was his mic cut off.
Sorry, I was trying to copy and paste his name, but it wouldn't let me, so I had to type it.
Ah. Does the name mean anything to me?
You have heard the name before?
Do I remember what context? Oh! Actually, I do have him in my notes. And a very surprised look appears on Asifa's face. You don't happen.
That's the guy we left in the road!
You don't happen to be his fiance, do you?
No, we're both single. Why?
Oh dear. Well, we actually passed him. Gosh, a month ago. He is probably not in good shape. He
No, he
What
surely
happened
did.
to shape?
well, the family of his fiance wanted him to join. It turned out they were smugglers or thieves or something, and they expected him to join them when he married into the family, and he didn't want to, and so they were getting back at him.
A fiance? Yeah, no, he doesn't have a fiance. He never has. I mean, I've been traveling with him for a while, other than when we got separated in Baldur's Gate, and I went on ahead to Daggerford without him, and he said he'd meet me there, but the caravan he was with, that he didn't show up.
So I'm doing an insight check. Does she seem on the level?
You detect no lies in what she says.
Well, he was in dire straits at the time, and he assured us that this was a domestic spat. This was a domestic situation. Crow over there offered to help him, but he kept insisting it was a domestic thing, so we didn't rescue him.
Rescue him from what? What kind of trouble did he get himself into now? And where is he?
I don't remember exactly where that was. Was that before or after those eagle things? I'm afraid I don't know the geography along this route very well, but we were about 2 weeks into the travel, I think, from Baldur's Gate to here. So, however far that is on the road.
Well, is he alive or is he dead? I mean, you're like dancing around me.
I don't know. He was alive, but he could have died.
I can interrupt. At this point, I'm gonna come up to Isfa. Have you finished the orange?
Yes, here's the here's the peel anyway. I've taken it off. And Gemna, do you want a couple of the segments here? And I'll offer her a couple of the segments.
And she grabs them and looks at Ronald and, you're collecting orange rinds?
He says it's for a magical ritual or incantation or something.
You see, I take.
If a furbolg is collecting orange rinds, it is not for a magical incantation.
What's it for?
Your words are slanderous.
Well, I suppose from the point of a furbolg, their ale is probably magical, but yeah, he's going to be making ale with them.
Ooh, cool. He's been raving on and on about how wonderful their ale is. So I'm eager to try it. Oh, hey, Ronald, remember that guy in the road that told us that his fiance's family had attacked him?
The guy we left buried in the dirt.
Yeah, him. Jamna knows him.
We didn't trust him. And to hear you run with his crowd just confirms that I shouldn't trust you either.
Well, at least she says he doesn't have a fiance, so she's at least more upfront than he is. But we don't know anything about his circumstances, Rano. For all we know, there was a good reason that he said that.
Actually, we do know something. We thought he was lying. She confirms now that he was lying. We were probably best not to get involved with him. And I look at Jamna, and we're probably best not to get involved with that one.
Me? What kind of trouble could I cause? I mean, I'm just out for information. I mean, the more knowledge you have, the better you are off in life.
Although knowledge can be a dangerous thing.
Only in the wrong.
Or if the wrong people know you have it.
Oh, that's easy. The wrong people know I have what?
A piece of information.
Really? What information?
Well, I don't know, but you just said information is power. And so if others know you have specific information, they might want to deny you that power. Or they might feel threatened by it.
How long has he been working on his ale?
Since Daggerford, I think.
Darn, it won't be done before we get to Waterdeep. It takes almost a month for it to ferment properly.
Is it good? That sounds like you would be looking for it.
Honestly, drinking the Furbolg ale makes all other ales taste like the juice you would feed to an infant.
That's how he's described it. Oh. Well, hopefully he and I are still in the same caravan in a month and we'll be able to try it. I don't know what caravan I'll be on after Waterdeep. I'm only contracted as far as Waterdeep.
But what about your friends? What are they going to do after we get to Waterdeep?
Crack some
I don't know.
cultist skulls.
We haven't discussed it.
It's like 6 days to Waterdeep. You should have some kind of idea of what you plan on doing.
Well, I'm sure there are other caravans that we could look for. I mean, that's how we found this one at Baldur's Gate was, we thought to head north. We happened to all be going at the same time. We all got onto the same caravan. I was on a caravan with these guys once before, further east or whatever. But it's like you and Carlon, sometimes you travel together and sometimes you travel apart, but you keep encountering the same people again.
So, what do you know about those standoffish people? Because you're more talkative to the rest of the caravan than your friends. So I figure you probably know more about them than the other people.
Well, yeah, and for the last couple of weeks, they've been right behind my wagon, so I've been the closest to them. And you know what? Even that, I really don't know that much about them, except there's more of them than it looks like. They keep changing off it seems like they always have fresh guards around. And I mean, that's very strange. I mean, the rest of us rest sometimes, and I can't figure those guys out. And they keep stuff very, very closed up. They had a broken wheel back a ways, and we were just trying to help them fix it, and they got all up and they were all upset that we were trying to help them fix it. They were delaying the whole caravan. I mean, we were gonna have to. They were way up front at.
I think I have that.
To back away, but it's really standoffish people.
And well, why did they want you guys to back away? Did their cargo spill or something?
Oh, I think they had one case spill. I think over that. I don't know. I was helping work with the wheel, so I didn't see that. What that was? I know there were folks trying to help pick it up and put it back. Oh, you know what though?
Maybe that's why they were so upset, because they thought you guys were trying to steal what had accidentally spilled when their wheel broke. Have you ever looked at it from that point of view?
Well, sure, but the thing was, some of us weren't even, they were like, I wasn't even over anywhere near that, and they were still all mad at me for being close to touching their precious wagon, when all I was doing was lifting it up so they could replace the damn wheel.
Well, maybe they thought you were trying to get in the wagon to get whatever didn't spill out.
Yeah, maybe they did. So they're a suspicious lot.
Guys of, I'm going to help as your cover to get close to their wagon.
Yeah, I mean, that could be. But then that's their loss. If they want to live such a close and secretive life, it seems like it'd be very stressful to me. I don't think I'd like that kind of a life. So I don't know, what have you learned about, well, I mean, you've had, what, today? You've had most of the day. What do you think about them?
Well, they were definitely standoffish. And whatever they're hauling has a destination that they don't want nobody to know about. They don't even want people to know what they're hauling.
Well, that's not necessarily so strange. I mean, I've been traveling here for a month and a half. with the same wagon here, and my owner doesn't want me to know anything at all. He straps it down, and when I'm even just refilling the wood, the firewood thing, he's all, don't get in there, don't get in there, don't look at my stuff. And it's like, oh, for heaven's sakes, I don't care. I mean, I hired on. He was saying that he was moving household goods, and he wanted a guard for it. Hey, have you happened to have learned anything about my owner here too?
Welcome back.
Well, I know some stuff about the guy that hired you.
Or
What
Yeah, do
information?
tell. Well, I mean, I'm mostly curious about what's his so precious cargo that is so secretive. I mean, if he's moving household goods, who cares? And if he's lying about it, who cares? Nobody cares what he's moving. But because he's so secretive about it, now I'm curious.
Well, why does it matter what
No.
he's carrying
6 level 4.
if
Yes.
you don't care?
Well,
I think.
it doesn't. But I'm
Hold on,
just
let me
curious.
check, man.
And
I'm
just
starting
because
to
I'm
doubt.
curious doesn't mean it matters.
Yeah, 4.
Why are you curious about that other wagon, the secretive folks?
Because they have secrets, and knowledge is power, remember? The more you know, the better. I mean, I just want to find out what I can about everyone I meet.
Yep. And most of the folks, I mean, like that wagon there is carrying, well, those 2 wagons up there that Rano and Lou had, I mean, they're carrying fruit, and that one up here is carrying beer, and that one over there is carrying fabrics and knickknacks and other fragile stuff. And oh, that reminds me, my owner says that his cargo is too fragile for us to stand on top of the wagon. It's like, as if it's that fragile, these bumpy roads with a wagon's going to break them. So I don't know. So the thing is, I know these things about all these other things, and I'm just curious because I don't know about this wagon that I'm a guard on, or that wagon there behind me that's got those secretive people on. I don't even know where they put all those guard things that they keep cycling through. I mean, they must be stuffed in there, closer than, I don't know, what's packed really close together. It must be awfully unpleasant in there, if you ask me, being so crowded.
They probably have one of the wagons full of nothing but spare guards. That's one of only 2 ways I can see that they could be pulling off all these guard switches.
And even there, they must have like a dozen or more. Can you imagine having a dozen or more in one of those wagons?
Have you seen a dozen at once, though?
No, I haven't. They cycle around.
Then how do you know it's not just subtle changes that they make or position changes they make to give the appearance?
That's possible. Though if so, they're also doing something to keep them very, very alert because they seem fresh all the time.
Yeah, that can be done with magic or medicines. But speaking of getting tired, it is getting late, so I'm going to go back to the wagon I'm on, get some rest, and I will see you guys.
Okay, have a good night.
Does anyone else plan on doing anything before we go tonight?
Nothing aside from the usual.
Nope. Just what I described in chat. Fill the bucket with water. Strange gestures, casting purify food and drink. And then making druidic symbols on the barrel. For our magic meat.
Okay, we get to the next morning. Wagons are ready to go, but everyone's doing their breakfast and meal stuff before we head out. You see Gemna walk up. Morning, everybody.
Hi, Gemna.
Morning.
Asfa, just as you're about to take another bite to eat, Gemna immediately jumps over and grabs the bowl. No, wait, stop. She pulls out her dagger and she slides her dagger into your food and moves it around. And when she lifts her dagger back out, you can see that there is something on her blade, a little tiny bead-sized something.
What's that?
You guys really need to be more careful. She looks over towards where the cultists are having their breakfast. It is a sliver of bone. It's curled in a circle so you can easily swallow it and not notice it. But the thing is once you eat it, it will uncurl slowly, and it'll expose the needles that will pierce your insides and your guts, and it'll kill you slowly. I suspect they probably slipped it into all your guys' breakfast.
Can I check
Where-
my breakfast?
Where did you find that?
And then she hands you the bowl back and says, "We need to talk later this evening." And then she walks off.
Can I check my breakfast to see if there are 9?
Wait, who made these breakfasts for us?
You guys made the breakfast, and with the hustle and bustle of everything going on. And yes, if you want to check, you can do an investigation.
I don't find anything.
So she helped us? Even if it is beneficial, I don't trust her. She's obviously more than what she's told us, despite being asked several times.
And she could have been the one who slipped them in the first place.
Ah,
Or
I had
maybe
not.
She has,
Go ahead.
or maybe has one of the same goals as us. Maybe she's working against the cult, just for a different organization.
But we asked her, why is she being so secretive?
Yeah, and she's trying to maintain cover just like us.
We're pretty secretive.
We're not.
But that was the
Well,
point
if
of
I
our
was
conversation
under the
yesterday.
help of-
Oh my god.
I know, right?
Alright, based on your guys' rolls, Lou and Roland, you guys do find small lumps in your food, but you can't tell if it's a bone sliver or if it's just the oat husks or sawdust or even insect eggs. Stuff you would normally find in there, other than the bone sliver, of course. Finneran, you don't find any.
Bones? Like a bone swarm? Yep, definitely a bone swarm.
Okay, let me give me a second. I gotta check your math. Level 4. Reset all the filters.
Alright. What would you guys like to do
CR10
now that
is
breakfast is almost
a hard
done?
challenge. That's legit.
Like I said, you guys find small lumps in there, but you can't tell if it's a bone sliver like what Gemma pulled out of Asifa's breakfast, or if it's stuff you normally find in the breakfast.
If I could interrupt.
Well,
Hold on. As we are having our breakfast, we can see several, looks like small ivory pieces crawling from the sides of the roads towards the front of the caravan, blocking our path. And
Wait, what?
yep. And we see all of the miscellaneous pieces forming together into a large amalgamation in front of us. Time to protect the caravan, people.
Are you taking over as DM?
Why
Nope,
aren't you
I'm
rolling
assuming
initiative?
This is probably a Twitch god.
Oh!
God fucking damn it.
Initiative roll.
Oh, what fun! Twitch fun.
In the future, just keep rolling with it. Let's not break immersion and talk about it.
Sorry.
6.
Blue, you are up first.
Seeing the bone amalgamation coming towards the caravan, I am going to fire Scorching Ray with all 3 bolts going to.
No, I'm not gonna read
You
its
see
abilities.
the
I'm
first
fighting it.
one
It'll
hit,
ruin the.
And the second 2 of your attempts missed.
Man, 2 damage. Take that. That's it.
Oh man, it's.
Asifa, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna hop down off of the wagon and move to there. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and dash. And that will, yeah, that will be my turn.
Finron?
Okay. I'm going to start by casting the following spell on the bone creature.
Even 60 feet. You need to get closer.
Oh, alright then.
Fucking.
Just a little bit closer. You're still 65 out. That spell's 60.
Okay.
And you hit it.
Alrighty, that is it.
Alright. It is now the Bone Swarm's turn. Sorry, it's a creature I'm not ready for. Actually, it can get up and fly from where it was.
Say what?
Like an insect swarm, except made of bones.
Ew.
And from here, it is going to use Death Embrace on Finrond. Crow, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, let's see. Crow is going to move up. That's 15. He's going to attack it using his unarmed.
No!
So, first attack. Oh, sorry. Wait, I don't know why it's rolling sneak attack. I turned it off. So, ignore the sneak attack.
And that missed.
Okay, and then he's going to use Flurry of Blows and attack 2 more times.
Yeah.
And then he's going to shift out to over here.
Okay, I need you to roll a d6. On an odd number that hit Finrond, even it hits the swarm. Finrond, take 5 damage.
Okay.
Rano,
Run forward. And going to... We're gonna Shillelagh and try to hit it.
roll a d6, please. Finrond, take 7.
Okay. I'm sorry!
Any other actions?
Nope.
Roland, your turn.
All right, Roland's going to first use his bonus action to cast a curse on it. And then he's going to fire his short bow at it.
And that misses.
And that's it.
Lou?
I'm going to Eldritch Blast the
When that 20's not gonna help if I can't hit the damn thing.
And your Eldritch Blast misses.
Soon as he's out from the grapple, that's when we will that's when I'll use that.
Asifa, what would you like to do?
Asifa's gonna shout out, "Hey guys, is there any way to sleep or hold or something like that thing?"
It's a swarm!
Finrond, but Finrond is grunting every time we hit it. But I mean, with that, I'll try shooting my crossbow at it. Although I'm gonna have to move to get a clear line of sight.
Cat, get away from the microphone. Do you guys hear
And it
her?
misses.
Okay, and I'm gonna end my turn.
She's like just right up on the mic.
Finrond, what would you like to do?
Come on.
I will
Out the way.
cast Thunder Wave into the creature.
That's yeah.
Yes, I do believe that's an area,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So 17 damage, DC 14 save. He should have tried to escape, but if it fails, it gets pushed back and he's no longer grappled.
Alright. And that hit.
Okay, that is my turn.
Wait, no. It's Thunder Wave. It's pushed back if it fails, which would mean you're no longer grappled.
The way it's worded, that is correct.
All right. In
Good.
which case, I use my movement to run away.
Yeah, get the hell out of there!
I'm good.
Alright, it is now the Bone Swarm's turn. He's going to move to right there. And he's going to do a swirling bone attack.
$29? $29?
Yeah.
Good lord.
Kill it!
And that is his turn. Good thing I missed that nat 20 I have.
Oh
Yeah, you
no.
might just want to sit on that. that would straight up kill somebody.
Shit, kill me.
Crow?
Okay.
What the shit?
gonna move
5d8.
in.
God. Cat, you want to get kicked out of the office?
And he's
This is how you get kicked out of the office.
again. Unarmed strike. So, I don't get why it's rolling sneak attack. I've turned it off, but whatever.
And that attack missed.
Okay, and then he's going to spend a key point and do a couple more flurry of blows.
And your second attack hit.
And then he's going to
Cough.
back here.
Bludgeoning. Cough.
Yep. Bludgeoning too.
I don't have anything that does bludgeoning.
I don't know if this is something us players would know, but alright, I'm gonna hit it with my mace and also use that. You
Alright.
alright, you're in the way.
Oh, a nat 20. Yep, that hit. For 10.
Ooh. 10 bludgeoning. That's cough. And then bonus action, I'm going to healing word on Finrond.
Thank you.
And then I'm done.
Roland?
Alright, Roland's I'm gonna use his bonus action first for face up. And before I teleport, he needs to make a wisdom saving throw. And or he's frightened until the end of my next turn.
He passes.
Fair enough. And I'm going over here. And then I'm going to use an Eldritch Blast at this thing.
It's double, Giz. Vulnerable, you take double on that type of damage.
Thank you.
Yeah, so since I think literally all the damage he's taken so far has been bludgeoning.
Some was thunder.
Yeah, you're right. Except for the thunder wave, I think Crow's hit it and I've hit it.
I hit it with 2 fire.
Okay, Lou, what would you like to do?
I'm going to throw an Eldritch Blast at a disadvantage.
And that misses.
That'll be it.
Asifa?
Sit.
Yes, I'm going to.
Please do, John. Use it.
Okay, I am. Okay, I am going to.
How do you not know what you're doing?
I am going to rage. Sorry, other guys in range. And then I am going to
damn it.
attack with my main hand scimitar and use the natural 20.
And your slashing damage hits.
And that will be my turn.
Alright, you want to put the ore up so we can see where it is?
Oh, yes, thank you. Sorry.
Because I think Rano's in range, I'm just making sure.
I already took the damage.
Lou?
What is it? 2 damage?
Hey, you're resistant to fire. I already took
I
the
know,
damage off of
I
him
was
too.
asking. Why would you?
Because you don't have a choice. There's no save. You just take 2 damage. Trying to keep things moving. But then we
Finron.
stop to talk about it anyway.
I will move to here and cast another Thunder Wave at the bone.
He passes.
Okay, and as a bonus action, I will use Mantle of Inspiration.
How many creatures are you choosing?
I am choosing 4. Well, 3, since you're the ones closest to it. Rano, Esifa, and Lou.
So it's 5 temporary hit points and we can move without provoking an AO?
Yes, that is correct.
Cool.
I'm gonna shout, split up!
And Finron, are you
Yes, that
Oh, we
is.
can move right now?
Yeah, just hit. You can use your reaction to move up to your speed without provoking an opportunity attack.
Perfect.
It is the Bone Swarm's turn. Did not like that getting burnt when you walked up to him.
The hell was my AC? It's leather, so 13, 16, 18? That's not right. I accidentally set it, and then can't remember what it was before.
And he's going to use the Swirling Bone attack.
There we go, 16. Why would he do that?
Oh no, a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh.
So let's see. I take 23 plus reduce the 5.
He's got to roll the other dice.
Oh, yeah.
So
minus 46 then.
46.
Because it was 46 plus the 5 temporary.
Yeah. But
So
why
it was
are you?
23 and then another 20.
But why are you down? You're raging, so you would have it.
Oh, half. Thank you.
Yeah. So if it's 52 total, you would take 26 damage, which means you're only taking 19 from your health because of the temp.
Okay.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why he burned it on her, because of
Crow,
she was
it is
raging.
your Roland. Don't forget to take your damage from that. Crow.
Crow's going to move up. Unarmed strike.
That hits.
Yep, cool. Again, just ignore the sneak. I don't know why it's rolling it, but it's not going away. And then second attack as a bonus action.
It's 16.
And your second attack misses.
Okay.
Did it take the 16?
Crow's going to move away.
Like I don't think he's doing double damage. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. At least he has it for next time. Can't quite get up to him. Wait. Let's go back to my starting. Because I can't reach him, but I can reach him. And we're gonna use our action to feed Roland a berry.
And bonus action?
Bonus action. Pretty sure this is cast time action. 1 sec, please. Thank you. Nope, bonus action cast time. Yeah, bonus action, we're gonna summon the spirit. And we're gonna put it. Oh wow.
You missed by a square. It should be one to the right, shouldn't it?
Yeah, but I choose if it procs, so even if I put it in the monster square, I'm just not gonna trigger the error. Alright, so on cast, here you go. Bow, 8 more for Roland. And then that will end my turn. Oh wow, Roland, you start your turn in the area. Have 8 more, buddy.
Thank you. Dear God. Roland is going to
I'm totally getting attacked next turn.
disengage, I guess, because I need to get away from this thing. Dear God.
Yeah, he only moved 10 feet.
And he's
15.
getting over to here. Let's see. Yeah. And then for bonus action, he's going to go ahead and just cast Shadow Blade into his hand. Other than that's it.
Lou?
I'm going to cast another Eldritch Blast on him.
And it misses.
That's it.
Why doesn't our monk have Stunning Strike yet, damn it?
Osifa.
Alrighty, let's get going with scimitars. Main hand. Offhand.
Miss and hit with the second.
And that will then end turn.
No bonus action?
Offhand is my bonus.
Oh yeah, offhand. Okay, yep. Finrond.
Okay, I'm going to move here and cast a firebolt.
He's
And that hits.
And that'll be it. And I'll be right back.
Alright. It is the Bone Swarm turn. Gonna move right there. And Swirling Bones.
It's a miss!
Yay!
Yeah, but look at that damage.
That's why we're glad it's a miss.
Crow.
Alright, well, Crow's going to move up again.
Put him in the dirt!
He's going to move up, and he's going to kind of backflip over as he does a jumping, sort of sweeping roundhouse kick that shatters several bones as he uses his nat 20.
Yes!
Roll bonus damage.
So there's that. And he's going to go ahead and use his last key point to make 2 more unarmed strikes.
I hit the wrong button. Hang on.
I see that. It was at
Oh,
102.
darn.
Woo!
Oh, it was a prank! It shatters, but then it reforms. Oh no!
Alright, so that's the 15th, the second attack, and we'll go on to try and do a third.
Another 16.
Second attack misses. Third one hits.
And then he'll just dip back to here, and that's where I'll end his turn.
Is the thing's fine?
Rano.
Bludgeoning as well.
Alright, Rano gonna walk 5 feet this way. Get some of that sweet. I'm not gonna bother rolling. I'm only down a couple points. So 10 feet to move in and out. And then a third proc. And then I'm going to hit him with my weapon that is still shillelagh'd. Not hit him, I guess.
Not hit him.
Alright, and then looking around, we will throw a healing word at Isifa. And as I move through this round in combat, Rano is shouting battle commands. Isifa, into the spirit! And Finrond, use your inspiration again! We need to keep moving! And then I'm done.
Roland.
Okay, so Roland is going to step forward, and for his attack, he's going to use his little nat 20. If I can get this thing to work.
Just
Wait,
drag
no.
it onto the desktop.
So I was trying to do, but it's not.
Click on it once to open the window, and then drag the die from there.
Come on. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to slash out with my Shadow Blade.
Hell yeah, man. This thing is nasty. The nat 20.
Good thing you used the nat 20. Roll your damage.
So it's
2d8 and a d6.
Yep.
another 14.
All right. Anything else?
Nothing.
Lou, it is your turn.
I'm going to fire another Eldritch Blast at the Bone Swarm. Ooh, hit.
That hits.
And that's it.
Alright, Asifa.
Okay, so as I move, whirling around with the scimitar's main hand, offhand, and I'm moving up here to get healing, and then I'll move back.
There we go. It's 4.
Thank you.
Anything else?
That's everything. Action, bonus, and movement.
Okay, I'm going to go for another firebolt.
Womp.
No, I'm not.
Unfortunately, that just hits the ground right at your feet.
Okay.
Any movement or bonus?
Please.
Finron, any bonus action or movement? Everybody can still hear me, correct?
Yeah, he must have went A-OK.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna assume no movement or bonus then.
Yep.
It is the Bone Swarm's turn. You can see that it looks extremely ragged and now falling apart little by little. It is going to use another Swirling Bones attack. But this time it is going to add Strength of Bones to it. Oh, I can't do it. Okay, just regular attack. The nat 20 is tempting, but I can't do it. I should have, though. Dang it.
Do you have to use the nat 1?
No, the nat 1 gets hit on at DM's discretion.
Yeah, it says it already factors in strength of bones anyway.
Yep, it does, but it still missed. Alright, Angry Crow.
Alright, Crow's going to move in again. Roundhouse kick number 1. Hey, it's working properly now. And then backflip kick as he tries to move.
And that second one missed.
And that other one is done.
Rono.
I believe it's a bonus action. Direct the spirit to move to here, which will proc the 5th time for 11 to roll one. And then I will attack the swarm. Is it good?
Yep, the attack is good. I was just lagging when I was trying to subtract it.
It just went from 6 to 12. It should be dead. It's still up
Yes, it is.
after taking 12 damage.
Yes, it is.
Because it was at 6 before I hit it.
It said 18 when I clicked on him.
That's why I'm questioning it.
I subtracted 12, and it now shows 6 hit points.
Okay.
But was it on 18 because I did 6 damage to it, which would have been 12?
No, it's good. It's Roland's turn.
Roland?
The last proc from the healing spirit, because he starts his turn and then it goes away.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out a short sword in my offhand and then swing with the shadow. And then offhand.
Not far enough back.
And offhand.
What are you talking about?
Lou?
Gonna throw an Eldritch Blast.
And with that blast, when it hits, you see the bones just kind of shatter and break apart and fall to the ground.
Roland's gonna start stomping the bones. He's
Oh,
annoyed.
oh.
Crow's gonna come
Is
back.
everyone okay?
So it's... Yeah, but
Doing great now, thanks to you.
the hell was that?
It's an assassination attempt. They must be on to us.
How?
Did it
What?
grow from? Did it grow from the bones in our breakfast? What's the?
You saw how little the bones in our breakfast were.
Hey, wait.
And then
But there's a lot of them.
There seems to be a leather journal inside the mound of bones there. What is that?
Josepha's going poking through. What is it?
It's a book.
Huh.
Whoa. That's an interesting book.
And what would you guys like to do with that book? I mean, I bet it would burn nicely on a nice hot fire.
Thing is, everybody can use con. More hit points is
Yeah.
good for everyone. I would like to argue that it's objectively more good for the cleric because it also helps my concentration checks. But I'm not gonna force, like, you know, I think Isifa's the other really good pick because barbarians soak a lot of their damage through their health pool.
Yeah, and it's like double the effect for a barbarian.
Because of the yeah.
Rich.
Yeah, because the resistance to damage and it's her AC.
Yes.
Roland doesn't want it.
I mean, Crow could take it, but he thinks that he agrees that it would be better put to use with either the healer or the barbarian. Crow thinks it's better to not get hit than to survive a heavy blow.
So Asifa holds it out towards Rano. It's like, well,
Here, we will play a simple game we used to use in my tribe to solve trivial disputes. We called it Shear's Boulder Plank. You take your hand, And you, on the count of 3, you make one of these gestures, and he very clearly goes to rock, paper, scissors.
So roll a d3, 1's rock, 2's paper, 3's scissors.
Or you could just roll for it. Or type out what you would throw, and then we'll hit send at the same time. Stupid.
Okay.
That works. I like that.
Alright. I'm ready. 1, 2,
Ready, 2,
3. Oh.
3.
Ah!
Oh, you get it.
Nah, gives one. No one gets the book. It catches on fire.
Well, technically the Bone Swarm could use it. I mean, the extra hit points might make the fight interesting.
Oh, it wasn't interesting enough.
Considering you literally could have killed me with one of those attacks.
So Asfa hands it to you. Here, it's yours.
Aye, you can have it after I'm finished with it. It does. It's useless afterwards.
For a century. Well, hey, 100 years from now.
I don't think
It's a
you
good
can
point.
go past 100 years.
Rono could probably use it in a century.
Oh no! I'm already in the twilight of my age. I don't know if I have another Aeon ahead of me.
Not with thinking like that, you won't.
"48 hours."
I wonder what it was doing with a book in it. Maybe it just got swept up. One of the corpses that made up this shamble mess thing had it.
Probably.
Okay, now that the fighting is over, what would you guys like?
Jamna wanted us to meet her, right?
Tonight, it's still morning, because remember, we were still at breakfast when this came up.
Yeah.
To the wagons.
Yeah, back to the wagons, and if I happened to see Jabna, I'd say, boy, you weren't kidding about those bones.
So, what time of day is it when we get finished with the Bone Swarm?
Morning.
Yes, but what time of day?
You had just finished eating breakfast, so it's still like 8 o'clock in the morning at the latest.
7. Okay, good. I'm gonna take the book and go to my wagon and sit down and begin reading.
Some of the other people in the caravan move the bones out of the way and take special care to separate them, hoping that they never rejoin. And the caravan continues. And you finish reading the book for day 1. The rest of the day is uneventful. I mean, you see Jamno running around from wagon to wagon, talking to different people, and then heading back to her wagon. And she stops and sees Rano and realizes,
12 hours?
Moves on
Let's
to next
go
wagon.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Then nighttime hits, and you guys set up camp.
And then we sleep. Sure. I think that's... There's an entire day. So this is the second day, and then we're setting camp again?
Yeah, you guys are stopping for the night.
The day after the swarm.
No, this is the day of the swarm.
It's the end of the day on the swarm.
Okay, good.
The swarm hit in the morning immediately after breakfast.
Sorry. Just,
The rest
you know,
of the day was uneventful.
it requires so many hours within a time frame, so I was keeping track.
Oh boy, camp again.
Ah, get out of here, old Rano.
So I sort of look around.
Open, sorry.
It's like I sort of look around, sort of looking for Jamna because she said she wanted us to talk in the evening.
While she looks for Jamna, I will continue to work with my barrel of ale, whispering over it, purifying the water with purify food and drink. And you can see every now and then I reach into my component pouch and take some of the magical reagents and sprinkle it into the water.
All right, so who all's going to be hanging out by the campfire?
Crow is, because he's currently roasting some of the meat that he sort of foraged for and caught earlier that day.
Roland?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Roland's going to be just pretty much outside his tent, not so close to the fire though.
She will join you at the campfire. You weren't supposed to see her yet.
Oh. It was a test that I was paying attention.
All right. Those at the campfire can easily see Jamna approach. Oh, good. The grumpy one isn't here. Where's the other two? The halfling and, well, the other guy. Where are they?
Well, do we need them? Do we need any of the other caravan guards?
Leave me alone!
Well, I wanted to talk to you and your friends. Well, where are the rest of your friends? Then she looks over at Crow. And that guy too.
Oh, I count him as one of my friends.
Well, I know you count him as one of your friends, but he's almost at the same grumpy level as Mr. Grumpy.
You know, it's funny. You two really should hit it off because he used to call Rano grumpy. That's where I picked it up.
Crow doesn't seem to react, even though he's listening to and hearing everything that's going on. He seems to just be focusing on roasting his meat and eating.
Okay, well, let's just get right to the point. And then she looks around to see where the cultists are and sees that they're off by their own campfire, separated, well out of hearing range. Okay, well, this is what we got. Okay, we don't work for the same people, but we're on the same side. We share a belief that the cult of the dragon must be stopped. I need to know what they're carrying in those wagons and where they're taking it. Will you help me find out? We can do it tonight.
Well, I know some of what's in their wagons. But I would like to know more. That's for sure. Well, and saying no is a bit strong. I strongly suspect some of the content.
Well, what's in there and where are they going with it?
Well, so I know at least, well, I strongly suspect at least some of it is loot from Greenest.
Yes, I'd heard that Greenest had been raided and some heroes came and helped, and then the cultists started moving again, but we weren't able to find out where they're going. That's what we need to know, is where they're taking everything that they're stealing.
Well, that's kind of what we're watching for.
Well, what have you figured out so far?
Nothing. We know nothing.
Not much past Waterdeep. What have you figured out so far?
Well, I know that they're hauling loot that they've taken from other places. I also know that that human that joined them, his name is Asbara Jos, and he is a red wizard of Thay. We need to find out why are the red wizards chumming it up with the Cult of Dragon members. What's the connection there?
We were wondering that too when you came up to us the first time. But you found out his name. How did you get that? That's very good. And I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Asbara Jos.
Asbara Jos. Oh, thank you. Well, so it sounds like, are you here specifically on their trail?
Yes, I am. I heard that they were going to make a stop in Daggerford, so that's why I was there. So I could try and buy on with the wagon that was carrying, along with this caravan, to find out where they were going. My colleague was supposed to meet me in Waterford, but according to you guys, he never quite made it.
Yeah, no. And I was thinking, he had sort of branded on his forehead the word Oathbreaker. Does that mean anything to you?
Can you keep a secret? She looks around at all of you before she says anything else.
I hope so.
Okay, you might not realize this, but that story of the fiance and the bandits and that was his cover story. He's actually a member of the Harper. As she says that, she looks around to make sure nobody else is paying attention to your guys' conversation.
Well,
Still
but I
wish
wonder if he had Oathbreaker. Well, but I can't do anything. I wonder if he was. Well, but if he were caught, why would that be Oathbreaker? I don't know that we can puzzle that one out.
Well,
But-
maybe an
so-
Oathbreaker if he was beholden to the people that caught him. If he broke his oath to the people that caught him because he was a spy for the Harpers. If he had infiltrated the cult of the dragon, but it turned out he was working for the Harpers the whole time, the cult of the dragon would view him as an Oathbreaker.
And also,
Yeah,
if you're a member of the Cult of the Dragon and you catch a spy and you leave him to die somewhere, do you think he's going to get more help with the word Oathbreaker on his forehead or the word Harper? If they put Harper on there, you know people would have helped him. Either helped him or straight up killed him. One of the two.
Thing is, we tried to speak to him and we gave him several opportunities. We even flat out told him that we knew he was lying and he did nothing to alleviate the suspicions. So we left him, buried up to his neck in the dirt to die.
Well, that is definitely very sad news indeed. I kind of wish he'd made it.
Indeed, I mean, if he was a little bit more forthcoming, maybe, his life would have been spared and things could have been different. As it was, he decided to stick to his secrecy, and, well, who knows what happened to him.
Well, to be fair, he didn't know who we were. We could have been spies that, if he didn't tell the cultists anything, we could have been spies from them trying to get out of him what they had failed to get out earlier.
It's true, although I don't think that our particular group fits the Cult of the Dragon's specific demographic.
Well, I mean, looking at their guards, as far as I can tell, they hire mercenaries same as anybody else.
Yeah, but anyway,
But
there's
in
no
any
point getting
case-
into it now.
Yeah, but in any case, we've been traveling with them a month and a half, and we haven't gotten any further. We basically know what we knew a month and a half ago.
Well, the whole point of what we're supposed to do is follow them and find out where they're going. Now, if they're not
Yeah.
going to talk to us on the road, then we just follow them. It's
Yeah.
pretty simple. We already know
That's
what they're carrying. We know they're going to Waterdeep. All we have to do is follow them from there.
Okay, so basically you guys left the Harper for dead, and you know about as much of the cult and where they're going as I currently did this morning, which
Pretty
is
much.
Waterdeep. But beyond that, no idea.
Pretty much, yeah.
Have you guys figured out anything why the Red Wizards are working with the cult?
No. Because the Red Wizard is traveling with the cult, and the cult chase off anybody that gets near. So far, we haven't had an opportunity to talk to any of them. So,
And
and any attempt we make to try and gather more information through more social means has been a waste of time.
I want
they
to
didn't
get
come onto
involved,
our
but I
radar
also want to read the
until
book.
he joined them here. So we didn't know about the involvement before. Hopefully somebody else knows and is looking into it. Did you know about it before you joined?
Well, yeah, that's why I made sure I was with this caravan. I mean, this is all
Also,
information that
Your
we
sources
need,
are better
and-
than
and-
ours. So we can provide backup for you, even if we can't provide information.
So you guys already know what they're carrying, but you don't know where they're going other than Waterdeep, correct?
Like it.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, well, that's pretty much all the information I had. I was hoping you guys had some more.
Yeah, but the people who have more aren't necessarily the people who would be set out to be following folks. The people who have more are the ones that are doing the strategic planning at some higher level, right?
I don't know who the higher level is. I just know my orders, and that's what I do. Get information, because information is power.
Well, ditto.
And with that, she walks off.
As she starts to leave, it's like, hey, wait a sec.
Yes?
What was the deal about the bones?
You guys had said earlier that you guys have come across other monsters along the way. This just happens to be one of them. As far as I can tell, it has nothing to do with the cultists. And then she vanishes.
Well, that was different. I don't know. What do you think? I'm not sure we're any further along than we were.
No, but I mean, I'm not really expecting us to be.
That's true.
Unless they're going to suddenly start shouting out where the next destination is. there was no possible way we could gather any more. They wouldn't let anybody go near them. Not even a spider could get into the caravan. All we can do is follow them.
Yeah.
Nobody else knows anything about them.
And-
So
And honestly, the guards that we can see probably don't know where they're going either.
I mean, maybe, sure.
I don't know. If you are going off somewhere secret, would you tell all of your entourage where you're going, or the final destination, or would you just tell your entourage the next destination?
Well, it depends. If the entourage are carrying something important, then they would need to know, because if anything happened to the person that did know, the rest of them wouldn't know where to take all of the loot.
There's a point to that.
And as we've found out, the road is somewhat dangerous.
A bit, yeah.
So maybe they do know. At least the ones that are members of the cult will probably know where they're going. Any hirelings probably wouldn't be. Well, probably wouldn't know. They would just be hired on as guards to stay with them.
Yeah. Well, we know there's at least one other person that we saw with, when they were originally joining the caravan. We saw in Baldur's Gate. Do we know for sure that she's with them? Because we haven't seen hide nor hair of her since.
I mean, they're traveling together.
Have we noticed? Gizmo, have we noticed, like taking chamber pots or things like that out of the wagons?
As far as you can tell, she left before the caravan did and is not with the caravan.
Who, Resme?
So
you mean, who do you mean? Asvara?
Yeah, I think she's talking about Resmir.
Oh, I was talking about
Yes.
Asvara.
Yes, Resmir. That's a good point, though. We've seen, I was thinking Resmir. Although, come to think of it, chamber pots would be a good way to sort of, I guess, at how many are in there, because if they're not bringing chamber pots out, then the people we're seeing, then Gemma's original suggestion of changes by magical means or disguise or something is a lot more likely.
If they're wizards, maybe they just Harry Potter everything.
Well, there's that.
Who's Harry Potter?
No, I'm not talking in character. I'm talking to you guys as players. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So we're not talking about someone skilled in the ceramic arts, then.
No.
Okay, it is getting extremely late. Are you guys going to be going to bed anytime soon, or shall we start the next day with a level of exhaustion?
Yeah. We'll go to bed.
About what time is it, would you say?
About roughly 11 o'clock, almost midnight.
Ooh-wee, okay.
Josepha's gonna sleep on her bedroll under the wagon as usual.
So 7 to 8, I was doing mead. 8, 9, 10, 11, so 3 more hours. Yeah. It's a good day.
A tent for you so you can actually sleep in a tent. It's still next to the wagon, but it's going to be more comfortable in case it starts raining. Vindron, Crow?
Yeah, go to bed.
Where are you going to go to bed at?
Crow's just going to find somewhere to bed down. Obviously, he's not with a specific caravan, so he's just going to make a bed in somewhere just off the ground, like some trees or something.
No, screw it. I'll take a level of exhaustion. Sure.
And Finrond.
I think you roll for... No.
Is Thin Drone AFK?
Oh, no. No, I will not. I need to
Oh
rest.
no, sorry, I had my mic muted.
I'm out of spells.
Yes, I will be going to sleep
In your tent or out in the open?
in my tent. Where's my tent? Okay, thank you.
Where'd it go?
You gonna read inside or outside?
No, I'm going to sleep. I forgot I burned like all my spells in that fight. I need to rest.
And Crow, where exactly will you be sleeping?
I just said I'm gonna make a bit of a shelter somewhere, and like just with some trees or something like that, and just use my bedroll.
Alright, you want to move to the section of trees where you're going to be? It's
Sure.
any one of the four corners of the map.
So, do we complete the rest? Or...
As you guys are falling asleep, you can hear the normal sounds of the caravan. You guys doze off. Once you are all asleep, Asafa, you are getting woken up.
Okay.
Asafa, get up. That doppelganger is back, and we need to help Ronald because it's going after him. And I know Lou is sleeping over in that area too.
Crow?
Well, yes. Let's go. As a great hero, I can't do it all by myself. I'm going to need help with that doppelganger, especially if we're to save Grano and Lou.
Okay. You've never treated me like a sidekick before, but all right. And I'll gather my swords and get up.
It's not a sidekick. I need the added muscle. As far as you can tell, that is Crow standing in front of you asking for your assistance.
Okay. I'm up. I'm awake. I'm awake. Let's go. And as we get out, what do I see?
You can hear noises coming from the direction of Lou's and Rano's tent, but at this distance, you can't tell exactly what it is.
Well, so you're faster. Go ahead. I'll keep up.
As you move there, just hang on a sec. And each one that hits is an extra for a surprise attack. No, it's supposed to be 8. Hang on.
Okay, well, I've taken the 18 off already, so...
Another 11 and 13.
Woo!
And initiative roll.
Well...
Those of you that are sleeping, just like before, Asafa just got hit. A perception check at disadvantage because you're sleeping. Anything above 15, you hear her grunting and falling in pain.
nobody noticed. Oh no.
Rolling.
Yep.
Another 11 for the surprise attack. Enter the initiative. As you're waking up, you hear Crow's voice telling you, "Where did he go? He just took out Ossifa. I'm trying to catch him. Help me find him before he gets the rest of them." And all you see is Crow standing in front of you.
All right, so Roland's going to get up and pretty much just try and get out of the tent.
And Crow lets you by so you can get out.
I assume I see Isifa.
Yep, you can see Isifa on the ground in front of you.
All right. At that point, I'm going to go right around and head for Finrond to try and wake him up.
Just yell.
All right, you get Finrond. I will go get Ronald and Lou. And he can hear you guys waking, or can hear you waking Finrond up. Ronald?
Okay. Oh, that's both.
And enter the initiative tracker. Lou and Crow, I need perception checks.
What the hell are you doing? This is still the first. Wait. Because I mean, you're rolling the surprise attack damage on everybody, but you already have initiative rolling. Isn't that just on the first turn in the first round? This would be like his third or fourth turn.
Yep, you're right. Disregard the surprise attack damage, and
I still take
Roland,
19.
You can take 11 back. 19. Yes, you still take 19, and Roland can get 11 back because he wouldn't have the surprise on that one. And yes, Crow, it is at disadvantage because you're sleeping. You hear Ronald getting attacked. Lou?
Okay, I assume you want me to roll initiative?
Yes, please. Lou? I need a perception check. That way we know if you actually hear him. Disadvantage. No, you are still sleeping. All right, and starting the tracker with everybody in it. Ossifa, I need a death save. Lou, another perception check to know if you hear anything. You're still sleeping. All right, it is Crow's turn.
Holy Christ. Gonna shout, "Ow! Why have you attacked me, Crow? I'll kill you!"
As he shouts that, Lou, I need another perception. You hear the screaming and yelling, so you start waking up. Finrond, it is your turn. And you can hear the yelling coming from Rano's area.
Okay, I try and run towards the source of the commotion. And that's as far as I can move, but I take it I can't see what's going on.
Nope, they are inside the tent.
Okay. I shout out, hey, what's going on? And that is my turn.
Roland.
All right. Roland is going to come out and try to get to Eastville. I'll actually just dash for my turn to get there.
There's
The stabilizer, it's an action, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then I guess I'm stuck here for now.
How come everything went dark?
because I realized he had line of sight barriers, but dynamic lighting wasn't turned on. That's why we can still see everything.
Oh,
All right. It is Crow's turn.
but everything's black. Like I can't see
Just
anything.
be patient.
That's kind of cool with the dim lighting.
You need to move closer, Crow.
Well, can you put dark vision on my character as well?
You have dark vision?
Every night, because I said before, every night at sunset, he uses dark vision on himself, and it lasts for 8 hours, just in case anything happens at night.
Why didn't you just use the macro?
I definitely should have done that. Okay. So hearing commotion coming from inside Rano's tent, he's going to come to here and see himself. Whoa, well, isn't this a surprise? And Crow is going to attempt to grapple this thing, whatever it is.
All right, you are now grappled with yourself.
Okay, Crow is then going to move and drag the Doppleganger away from. My speed will be half of the drag, so I can move another 20 feet. So I'll drag it over to here. As I'm moving away, I'll say, looks like that Doppelganger's back. I knew we should have gone after it. And pull it over to there, and that'll end Crow's. Actually, Crow will spend a key point to take the dodge action.
Rano.
Stand up. Walk out here. Hurt pretty badly. So bonus action for the healing spirit. And then I'm going to throw a produce flame at a Crow. The one being grappled. Because I know that's the jerk that attacked me. There we go. Grapple is just move a 0. Yeah. Alright, produce flame. Misses. Healing Spirit. Feels good. And then I
Okay.
have a little bit of move. We're gonna step out of the spirit. And I'm done.
Asafa, I need another death save.
Two failures.
Ugh.
Okay, Lou, you can hear the fighting going on outside your tent. As you emerge from your tent, you can see Ronald standing off to your right. He looks badly hurt. And you can see Crow fighting with, well, Crow. And you can see Finron coming up. Then on the other side of the fire, you can see whatever's going on over there as well. But I just want to make sure you notice that Crow was fighting with Crow.
Yeah. Can I tell which one's him?
Perception of 20, and I'll give it to you.
I'll take that challenge.
Nope, you cannot tell which is which.
I'm gonna sit here and do this. I'm just gonna cast it.
Alright, both Crows have to make a dex save.
Sorry, one sec.
And both Crows pass.
That'll be it.
It is now Angry Crow's turn. And while grappled, Angry Crow is going to use Unarmed Strike against the other Crow.
With disadvantage.
It's actually a nat 1.
Even better.
And now the second Unarmed Strike. I don't even have to nat 1 that one. It is a nat 1. And movement is 0, so Crow cannot move. Finrond.
Okay, I aim a firebolt at the crow that Rondo was attacking. Oh, that was because I forgot to take off my disadvantage from being asleep.
It still hit. Roland, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Alright, well, it looks like Isfa is looking decent. So I'm going to. Close enough. I will use a Eldritch Blast at this one.
Are you sure that one's Crow? You had your back to him because you were looking at Asafa. They look exactly identical.
I have no idea.
Perception check.
So,
Nope, you cannot tell which is which.
alright, so shoot the attack, then what, 50-50, I guess? Or can I
Roll a
choose the
d6.
target?
On an odd, you hit the one on the left. Even, you hit the one on the right. And roll your attack.
Ignore the snake attack. That's turned
Yep.
on.
Alright. Crow takes 6.
Oops.
And then it is your turn, Crow.
Yeah, sorry.
Once
give me
you
one
adjust
second.
hit points.
There we go. Okay, so Crow is going to move the other Crow around to here and attempt to knock it prone using the action. Also, by the way, sorry, that Eldritch Blast would have had disadvantage if it was attacking me because I used the dodge action.
That is correct. Roland, can you roll that again, please? And it misses. Take the 6 hit points back.
Cool. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to knock it prone. It's not a great roll.
Don't know why it rolled. I forgot to switch it. But you failed to knock it prone.
Okay, that'll and I'll use another bonus action to dodge.
Rono.
Alright, gonna bonus action move the spirit into my square through Crow and then to the other side. So it'll proc on me and him. 7 me, 11 Crow.
As the spirit passes through, you hear the crow being grappled, yelling, "What are you doing healing the doppelganger? I'm the one that needs help."
Quiet, you. I'll not be fooled by your tricks. And we're gonna throw a produce flame at him. Accentuate that point.
And it hits.
And then I'll be done.
Asifa, what would you like to do?
I'm going to step into the healing spirit.
1, 2, 3. That's 4.
And
So I got 4 more.
I can't reach the other one. And okay, so I'm going to dash to get out of the healing spirit. Well, actually, I'm probably the most hurt.
Yeah, just sit in it. You're fine.
Well, actually,
no,
I did specify. Sorry, I did specify before I was knocking it prone that I was moving it over to this square. I did say that I was moving.
Yes, you did.
You didn't move your token, so I didn't.
No, I don't have to move my token. I can just
spin.
Move. I can just drag it into that.
You're knocking it prone failed.
Yes, it did, but I can still
moved it.
Move it around my square.
Okay, so rolling dervish here.
Since you were knocked out cold, you have no idea which one is the real crow. You want to roll perception to see if you can tell which is which?
Sure, although I have a preference for attacking the one that the healing spirit did not go through. So I'm still attacking one.
Yep, with that logic, I will let that go. You can attack the one that got moved right next to you.
And then whirling the other way with the offhand. And that's my turn.
Blue, it is now your turn.
Seeing that Isfa is now attacking the one on the bottom, I'm gonna go for the same one and fire an Eldritch Blast.
As it is dying, you can hear in Crow's voice, "What betrayal that the hero should die like this, killed by his own comrades and friends." And then it dies.
And what does it look like after it's dead?
The Doppleganger never heard Crow talk like that.
The Doppelganger's been following you guys for a while, including when Ronald told you to keep your cover. And you don't know how long he's actually been with the caravan.
But all the way through the caravan, Crow has been acting different. He hasn't acted like that at all during the entire caravan journey.
Then it was before that.
Ronald has warned you twice. But let's move on.
So do I get one last healing before the healing spirit dies?
I have 4 more procs from the healing spirit.
So someone else can go in too.
Well, no, I think you need them.
That 9 will bring me to full.
My immersion. Then I'm gonna walk in it because it's mine. Doesn't matter. We're going to bed, right?
Correct.
Yeah, long rest time.
If the DM lets us sleep.
Oh, come on. I wouldn't interrupt your guys' sleep.
Uh-huh.
No, of course not.
As the thing dies, Crow just laughs and says, "Ha! I knew a pretender could never take my place. Could never fool you guys."
Well,
and then he kind of glances sidelong at Lou.
Hey, I just woke up and I just thought if I hit both, I don't have to take the chance.
And Crow will head back over to his sleeping point.
So, long rest. Yeah.
Yep. Long rest.
Ronald.
And we can go back to the other screen.
Other screen?
we're on the starting page.
Yeah.
Yep. And I will let you guys get a long rest.
What time do we wake up in the morning? Ronald's gonna make it a point to wake up nice and early.
The rest of the caravan starts stirring and getting ready for the day about 5.
Balls.
Just as the sun is cracking the horizon.
Are we continuing past that, or is this a wrap for the day?
We can end it here on a long rest. The morning is starting, and we can pick it up.
All right, well then, thank you all for coming and hanging out. Appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you hit that follow button. If you haven't already, join us in the Discord. And hopefully I see you again in the morning for the Sinister Secrets of Saltmarsh. It's going to be fun. All right, see you later, everyone.